Welcome back to the Beers and Bros podcast. This is episode 9 of season 2. We got everybody here. Finally, I know it's been like 3 weeks since we've done the podcast.
3 weeks. We've all been quarantined.
Yeah, we have really been. So don't worry. We're not 6 feet apart, but we're playing it pretty safe.
Oh God.
Noah's gonna pull some quarantine crap. But no chance checking the camera, make sure we're actually.
I've never seen the flash
Did you put it on airplane mode?
Yeah, I did. So
Okay,
we're
good.
good this time.
Okay, good.
We're good.
Good.
Firstly, before we actually get going in all this, I just want to say that I know there's a lot of course, everybody knows what's going on. Probably why we haven't been here in 3 weeks is because of the stupid coronavirus thing.
Yep.
I mean, it is serious, and I take it seriously. But with that being said, I don't want this whole podcast to be wrapped around like what
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
No,
I want
we don't
this.
care.
I want this video to be something that you can look at and not like
Have to think
hear about
about it.
COVID-19 for once this entire.
So we're gonna make the first
Time.
10 minutes about COVID-19.
So we're gonna fake this first minute about saying we're not gonna talk about it, and then we might some things that we might talk about might touch into it, but we're not gonna completely solely focus on it.
We're not a news media. We're an
Yeah,
entertainment company.
you guys are up to speed. We're up to speed, so that's all we have to say. We're gonna jump into some crazy. I mean, not crazy, but we're gonna jump into some fresh topics for you guys. So if whenever you're watching this, it's not it takes your mind off things while you're bored at the house. So first things first, beer of choice. I've had these in my fridge for probably over a month.
Oh.
It's this Pabst Blue Ribbon Hard Coffee. Apparently, it's supposed to taste actually like Starbucks, like those iced coffees that you see in
No
the gas
freaking
station.
way.
I'm really excited about this.
Okay, if it does, I'm about to chug this whole darn thing and plaster and drive home drunk.
Nice.
I love coffee.
And it is 5% alcohol, so let's just crack
5%?
this bad boy open. Okay, smell test. Oh, it smells good. It smells good.
That was amazing.
Wow.
I'm gonna drink this
Oh
for
my
morning
God.
routine.
Like,
Cheers.
oh yeah, fake cheers. No,
Oh,
no already drank it.
I
So.
already slurped on mine. Wow.
Dang.
It's pretty good.
What? That's good.
I don't even like coffee, so it is good.
Bro,
it's good.
that's good. It tastes just like a Starbucks iced coffee, except you can kind of tell.
Fuck these Palm Breeze, man. I'm about to...
Yeah, I'm actually going to
Black
drink
out.
this whole time.
Yeah, me too.
I have another one in the fridge that I'm going to keep for myself because I actually do kind of like this. But
Yeah,
it
it
sucks
is
that it's alcoholic. Otherwise, I'd be like taking it to school in the morning
Yes.
and like drinking
Yeah,
it. I might just do that
if this didn't have
anyways.
any alcohol in it, I'd be chugging it right now.
For real, dude.
I can taste the alcohol just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
At the end.
Very
Very
little.
little.
Very little.
Wow, these are good. If you don't like alcohol but you love Starbucks coffee, shout out all the girls watching this, then you are gonna freaking love these.
This is perfect for the white girls.
Mm-hmm.
I've never even heard of this, so whenever you just 2 minutes ago, Kevin brings this in, and I'm like, I actually thought it was just coffee, and then they're like, it's a hard coffee, dummy. I'm like, okay, fair enough.
This is perfect if you want to start your day drinking at 8:30, because then it's just like, all right, I'm just having my normal Starbucks coffee.
That's true.
Which I have done before, so I wish I would have known about these. You can't start day drinking if you don't start somewhere.
I've been drinking for.
I don't know how the saying goes, but that's it's not that, but it's somewhere like that.
I think yeah. We'll just go with that.
Okay, so let's get into some topics. I guess one of the big ones that I have is Call of Duty gaming.
Yeah.
First of all, so
Yeah.
if you don't like our gaming segments, then we'll skip ahead.
You know what?
5
Just
to
who
10
cares?
minutes.
Just unsubscribe.
Our 26, we have
Just-
26 now.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Oh wow. Well, thanks guys. Anyways,
Yep. Shout
so
out.
in the gaming world, Call of Duty released their free-to-play online battle royale game called Warzone.
Yes.
And I've spent a lot of time on it. I've been playing a lot. And I really enjoy it. I don't know if you're a gamer and you listen, then you might be familiar with Blackout, the Black Ops 4 multiplayer battle royale, and that blows. That multiplayer was not good at all. It had so many
Too much technical stuff.
Yeah.
and like a lot of it had to do with the inventory because Apex was doing a lot with the inventory stuff. So Call of Duty pushed into that. And I think they put a lot of stuff in the game, and it made it just really hard to manage.
It was too much. It's not. It was
was-
like simplistic gaming.
Yeah,
It's the best.
it was just too much whenever it came to like attachments and stuff like that.
Right.
You had like 15 different attachments. Like they were almost trying to become like PUBG
Exactly.
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Exactly.
And I mean PUBG is like they make it work because
Yeah.
people you know they just constantly grind PUBG.
Well, weren't they the first ones kind of to do the whole battle royale?
PUBG.
I think it was H1Z1.
Oh, okay. So okay, you're right. It
I'm
was
not
H1Z1.
sure because
I
there
think
was
it
like
was.
controversy between like who started it all, but I think it was H1Z1.
I think you're right. I mean, I didn't even play that at all, honestly.
Me neither.
I mean, I didn't. I mean,
Well,
I know that PUBG came out and like people were telling me about it, and
Yeah.
then, but I didn't really play that because I was trash at it. I was like really bad. I think I
Oh,
did
dude,
buy
I'm still
it,
trash
but-
at it. I try to play it, but
Anyway.
honestly, I'm doo-doo.
Warzone, yeah, I do agree with you, Kevin. It is really fun. I'm ready to hop back on it this weekend. I'm gonna grind quite a bit. So
I've been grinding. I'm pretty good leveled. They've added some good stuff in the game. They added some new sub and a new assault rifle. And as far as the actual mode goes,
Mhm.
I think it's really solid. I do think that, I mean, it is a big map, but they add a lot of players in it, so it makes it really fast
A lot.
paced.
150.
Everywhere you land, you find somebody.
Yes.
I found that. No matter where you
No
land,
matter
you can,
where.
you can land in the outskirts of a town. There's still people in your house.
at
like-
least one person
Yeah.
for sure.
So it's kind of frustrating in that sense, but it just makes you better. The more you play, the more you get better, and the
Yeah.
more you're able to last longer.
Mhm.
I have won a few games, I think.
I'm the only one who doesn't have a win.
Really?
Yes.
I've won. I think a total of like 2, maybe 3.
Squads or solo?
Well, my
Solo
first
squad.
one was solo squads because that was before they released solos.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just by myself and I won.
Gotcha.
And then the second time was like squads with like Anna's oldest brother and her dad.
Oh, nice.
And I basically like at the end because they had went down and I went down too,
Oh, you
but I had
carried
to
them?
self-revive.
Oh,
And
right.
the guy, because it was literally just 2 teams left. There was one dude alive, still left, and I was He thought there was still
You
another
thought-
guy.
Yeah,
So I was self-reviving, and I got up and I mowed him down. And I won the game like that. I was just like,
that's clutch.
I had like 4 or 5 kills. So I was like,
When I won my game, it was like, I mean, we were bound to win. It was like it was all 3 of us, and then it was a team of 2, and then a single guy. And of course, the single guy and the team of 2 were fighting. We just kind of came up on him on the hill and wrecked him and won that way. Kind of cheeky, but
I came
Yeah, they do
third quite a few times, and I thought for sure I was winning this one game. I freaking turned my back. Guy comes around. Like it was the final circle, I think. Guy comes around, murders me. Like 2 seconds.
sorry guys, it's not tasting as good as I
No.
thought.
dude,
No.
it's
Did
not.
anybody else notice?
Okay, so like
That swing I just
I had
took
that
is
in my,
like,
I had that in my mind, and like when I was like, I can't take another. So switching over real quick. So I've been doing the side work for a guy, like, and he works for, how do you say this?
Perhaps.
Pabst Blue Ribbon. He
Mhm.
works for them. Like he's one of their big guys. Like I don't know what he does exactly. Maybe marketing. But he's really awesome. He's a cool guy. So whenever you pulled this out, I was like, oh, nice. I got to try one of his beers. He's always like, hey, you want one? I'm working for him. So I'm like, no. But, I mean, he's a really awesome guy, and he works for this company. And, I mean, it's good, like, for sure. But I think it just needs to be a smaller quantity because I can't
It needs to
drink.
be a shot.
Yeah, it needs to be like a shot quantity size because I don't know how many ounces is it. Where's this?
11.
it's
Okay,
on
yeah.
the
Like,
top.
I'm not a coffee person, though, either. So I don't drink coffee. So
Make
I'm.
a stir
I don't
around.
know. I don't know really what happened. That first bit was really, really, really good.
You think all the alcohol is just at the bottom?
Yeah.
It's
and
just like
Well,
coffee.
now I'm getting hoed. For some reason, like the last few steps haven't been as great.
I kind of left my net where it is. But anyway, so I've been doing side work for this guy. Super awesome. Super great company. You know, they'll probably sponsor us eventually. So yeah.
You're a little bit strong. Just crack this open real quick.
Yeah.
Get another taste in my mouth.
Maybe that's what it is. We just need something fruity in our mouth.
I know what food can go in my mouth.
Can't stop.
Chance love nanners, bro. Let me tell you. Okay, so back on Warzone, I guess.
Yes.
There's not really too much to
Sorry.
say. We kind of,
It's
covered through of it all, but
it's a fun game,
Yeah.
especially with the aspect of the gulag.
mhm.
Because
Man, it's so
because-
fun. It's
because
so
no matter
fun.
what, even if you kill someone, there's a chance for them to come back.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like it could literally be like it can't be the last like 10 people because usually that's when the gulag is closed. But
Yeah.
like there could be like 20 something people, and like all of a sudden like there could be 25 or 30 people
Mhm.
again because they won in the gulag, or with the new money system where you're able to purchase people.
I love that. You can literally buy. There's an unlimited amount of buying. Like,
Yes.
you can just buy people back all the time.
Yeah.
I love that.
4,500.
Yeah, 4,500. Which is
6,000?
a good price because you don't really get that much money unless you're killing people.
No, yeah, exactly, yeah. Unless like you're going around looting a lot of houses that no one's touched.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I love that system. I love the buying system. I like the bounties and I like the
Yes.
the searching for the chest. I love that. Gives you a little bit extra money, gives you some good loot.
Yep.
Do you guys
It just-
do the loadout drop?
I do, yeah.
What do you drop? Because I haven't done it yet. But so like, do you go up to the? Like, I haven't played that much, honestly. You go up to this like the buying thing,
Yep.
buying crate,
Buying
and then you
kiosk.
just select it.
Yeah,
It's-
Yeah,
Yeah,
you buy
6,000.
it. You buy it, and then it's pretty much like it'll be like press LB RB, and it just throws like a smoke grenade.
And then it'll come down, and when you actually get to go to it and use
You
it,
select from the your created class.
you're from multiplayer created classes.
Mm-hmm.
So you
See,
get to
well,
play
I
with those.
heard that, and I created 2 of them, but I haven't played multiplayer forever. I forgot what's good. Honestly.
Well, I think it's different from multiplayer to this battle royale because it's a lot more long range, and so I have, and I don't know what happened, but they give you all 12 or all 10 classes right off the rip now.
yeah,
so-
they must have updated.
So
that.
I made 5 Warzone and 5 multiplayer, and my multiplayer of course are like more based on the respawn game,
Yeah.
where I don't have to use a secondary, blah
Right,
blah blah.
right.
But in my Warzone, I'm always rocking overkill with the
Right.
sub
I
or
mean,
with
you,
the sniper.
Yeah, you have to.
And isn't there a perk where you can max out your ammo as well? That's what I heard you're supposed to do.
There is a
I heard
perk.
you're supposed to put that on there, and then you max out with ammo, and you can like you have your like whatever.
Yeah, you can do that. So that way,
You come
if
in
you
there
come
and you don't have
out of
to
the,
find
if you
ammo,
come
right?
out of the gulag and go straight to a loadout drop, then
Right.
you have all your ammo. That's a smart move.
Yeah,
I better
so
go
that
and
might
change
be a
that.
quick tip right there for you girls.
Free
out there.
noobs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're kind of
We
out
love
of
the
it.
game. We're
Yeah.
out of it, but we
We're
love the
out
game.
of it. It's been a while.
It's just been 2 weeks, but yeah, it feels like a long time.
Yeah, dude, I've been trying to grind, but it's just like, it seems
'cause
like
you
our
haven't played.
schedule. It
Yeah,
seems like
our
our
schedule.
schedules never like line up.
No.
Well, mine's more open now.
Mine's
like,
really,
I've just been
really open
busy.
now.
I've just been really busy the last 2 weeks.
I ain't been busy at all, man. I'm sitting here just beating ground beef, bro. And
I don't know.
God, dude, Kevin's just whacking his meat over here.
not literally,
He
but
literally
metaphorically.
is. No, he's literally beating his
Metaphorically.
own meat with a hammer.
So, I'm bored as crap. I don't like to play by myself, so oftentimes I just try to wait till someone texts me and says, "Hey, get on."
Yeah, I don't
Lately,
really
that
play
hasn't
by
been
myself
happening.
either.
So,
Well, I mean, I'm just okay. So should I tell my life update now?
yeah, we can go into
Okay,
life
because
updates.
that's what I've been playing. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Chance apparently has a huge
Chance
life update.
Chance
for
does
us.
have a huge life update.
Okay, so
Put
I
up.
am dying. No, just kidding.
Oh my
I no.
I moved to Prairie Grove. To
Really?
my mom's old house. Yeah. No, it kind of did because he saw me pulling out of the driveway, and also I was gonna. So this is a long time ago. I was gonna be his next door neighbor to his duplex,
Yes.
and then my mom offered me to rent her house in Prairie Grove. So now I live literally 10 minutes away from you. That's why it took me 10 minutes to get here.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
wondering
yeah,
why.
I
I was
got
like,
it
all right,
really
it'll be
quick.
25 minutes before he gets here.
I had
No.
10.
Did you take the back way?
Yeah, I just took the
Yeah.
back way really
That's what I
quick,
thought.
like 10. I mean, it's like 10 or 12 minutes. But anyway, so we moved to Prairie Grove last weekend. I was swamped. So we started at. First of all, let me back up. So I moved my mom to Bella Vista last weekend,
Okay.
and we started at 7:30. I rented a U-Haul. We had packed her whole house up the last weekend or so, and then so me and Chase threw boxes in this U-Haul. Like, it was like one of the big ones. Threw it all the furniture. Threw it. Got done at her house at 6 p.m. Alex, she's like, I need that house. So anyway, so we go to Winslow, pack up everything we have, and then I finished there at 2:30 a.m. last Saturday. We got all of our stuff, all of our furniture. I was exhausted. I was worn out, destroyed. But anyways, yeah, so we live there now, and it's like way closer. But anyway, I didn't have my gaming set up for a whole week because I didn't set it up, and I was tired,
Right.
working
Right. Okay.
all the time. And then I just worked a bunch last week actually, which is good. But anyway, yeah, so now I'm online. So, but yeah, that's my new life.
So
update.
you moved to Prairie Grove.
Yeah, so we're gonna have like after the whole. I mean, I don't know. In a couple weekends after we get settled in, we're gonna have a party. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, bet. Well,
Yeah.
now you're way closer, so I can
I
actually
know.
like come say what's up.
I know.
I didn't even know. Like,
It's super
can you
close.
imagine living 10 minutes from me and not
Yeah.
saying anything until just now?
I know. That's the whole thing.
Well, soon I'll be the same situation.
Yeah.
Where
'cause
will
he
you
moved
be?
by the
In
library.
Prairie Grove. I'll
Yeah.
be like right by the
Really?
library. Yeah.
He'll be closer. He'll be closer.
I'll
like,
be a lot closer.
Yeah, like 3 minutes closer.
Dang, look at us. We're making
Yeah,
moves.
yeah, and
Cool.
then and then Kevin will leave us in,
Mhm.
Not me.
in June. Not you, but yeah, Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Hey,
yeah,
we still got time. What's the worry about how much time we got?
And then it has 4 bedrooms, so we'll have a studio for us to.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because I was about to say all the rooms that we have in our duplex are all taken up. One's game room, obviously.
know.
Other
One's
one's
cat
cat room, and the master bedroom.
Well, so right now they're kind of all taken up because we have me and Alex's bedroom, Chase's bedroom. But
Oh,
Chase is supposed to be moving out July,
Oh, okay.
right
I was-
before the baby comes. He doesn't
I
want to
was-
be here for the baby, which I understand. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't, the baby's gonna be crying a lot, especially my baby because. I'm not just kidding. But anyway,
Chase is
so
a bitch.
we got the game room. I set up the game room, and then Chase's room and the baby room. So we have all 4 rooms are already maxed out. But Chase will be leaving, and so we'll have a spot there.
Cool.
But yeah, no, it's it worked out, and now I have a fence, so I literally don't have to walk my dog. I mean, I still walk him around the neighborhood, but like in the mornings, I used to have to walk him. Like 2 hours later, not 2 hours, but like 4 hours later, I'd walk them. So now I just let them out back, and they love it because they have a fence. They can go outside any time of the day. And since Alex has been off, since the salons are closed, she just leaves the door open, and they just come in and out.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I did not know that, so that's super cool.
Yeah.
That's why I said I was going to tell you in the podcast.
So what happens to your house in Winslow?
Oh yeah, that's actually a big update. So we already sold it pretty much. We have a buyer, but we don't close until April 29th. So like
Okay.
we're
Still close. I mean,
yeah. I mean it was on the market 2 days.
Wow.
Really?
That's it. Yeah, 2 days.
Well,
And
how
it
much
was
are you guys selling for?
$99.9. So
99.9.
Yeah.
Okay.
$99.9.
Under 100,000.
So just like $100 under 100,000. And so Chase and I will split that in
45 grand.
45.
No.
Yeah.
50 grand. Just about.
Yeah. So I mean it's nice. I mean all that it just depends. Like I thought we were gonna have a lot easier. Like with that money, we were gonna save it, But since Alex is out of work,
It
we're
might
gonna have
be
to
kinda
use
hard.
some. Yeah, we're gonna have to use some so we can pay bills and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like that's understandable. It honestly worked out perfectly. The only problem is they have a month. Like they already did an inspection. There's a few things that came back. Like the roof might have some problems, so we might have to patch that up or something. But other than that, as long as they stay true to their part of it, we'll sell it April 29th.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that house will be Tunsky. But
Dang, I'm gonna miss that house, but
Winslow.
I'm happy you're super close.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. And if we do, so if we stay at my mom's house, we're probably planning on about a year-ish.
Okay.
But then we're moving to Fayetteville. There's some houses on the east side of Fayetteville, kind of by Mason's house, actually.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna get a house there.
Mhm.
But we had to wait. The whole reason we rented is because Alex doesn't have 2 years of taxable income because she's in 1099.
Don't know what that means, but okay.
Okay,
That
well,
sounds
sorry,
awesome.
1099 is self-employment.
Right.
We're W-2, because we're hourly. So you have to, since like commission is sketchy, like you can make $0 like she is right now, or you can make $2,000. It just depends. It varies too much.
Right.
So you have to have 2 years of tax documents. Like file your taxes and then you can turn them in to get a loan. So
Oh, I see. So she's only been doing it for about a year, so she can't really.
yeah,
turn it
yeah, we
in.
can't turn anything in. So yeah, we tried to get a loan honestly,
Okay.
and they said no. They said you don't make enough, and I mean it's just because we want like a basic house now is expensive though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean compared, like you can't find we want to build a house, so I mean it's gonna be like $160,000
Mhm.
just to build a house, and
You could honestly build like a freaking metal shop.
I mean yeah, I mean you definitely
I've-
could.
I've-
Or
seen-
even what he originally wanted to do was
What-
to,
yeah.
to put that
the modular home.
the modular home out.
Yeah.
I was
Did I
about
ever
to say,
tell you
'cause-
guys why it didn't work?
No, actually, because
No.
I remember
It's
you
been that
telling.
long. My
I don't
God.
think.
You-
I don't think
well-
you might have, but I don't know. I don't think.
Yeah, I thought he was just telling us like it was just about to get started with the process.
And it was. So we had one guy come out and look at it, and like, so it's kind of like a rolling slope, and they were like, "Listen, it's going to cost us like
a
lot
just to
of money
level
just to
that out.
flatten it out
I
and
figured.
get utilities."
I figured.
And that's fine, but the house we wanted was 2,500 square feet, and we were going to get it for $115,000, which is a really great deal.
Yeah.
But that would have averaged out to a $160,000 house with everything added on top of that, with a fence, utilities, leveling, grading, all that stuff. So, and then that would have been in Winslow. We want to spend $160,000 up here where we're close to everything. We're not like out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, because if we spend $160,000 house there, and it's not technically a home. Modular homes sometimes don't sell as easy just because they're a modular home, even though it's like the same thing. So it's just anyway. The guy was like, it's going to cost just as much as to live in Fayetteville. So we were like, let's rent a year and we'll move back to Fayetteville. So that's our process.
That's a solid plan. Well, I'm glad you guys are close. You know.
Yeah,
Not
congrats.
Way closer.
Yeah.
Now we can all
Congrats.
party.
Now we can party with Jason's new baby's on the way.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
Yeah, let's go to the closed bars.
We're
Let's go
half-
to Jackson on Saturday night.
We're halfway, just to let you know. Halfway already.
Halfway
For
to
the
what?
pregnancy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're 50% Monday. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have 2 babysitters right here. I can't wait.
Oh,
I got one when I go to Kansas City to visit my sister, and then I got
No.
one just because he lives 3 minutes away.
No, man. God, no.
Let me just say, if you come to Kansas City, I'm going out with you,
I know.
not staying home and watching the kids.
My sister.
James is like, hey, I'm coming to Kansas City. Mind watching the kids, mind watching the kids for me?
No,
Like,
we're
what?
going out. I know. I can't wait. And no, you'll have to come up too. Because I mean, once this whole thing passes, I want to go up to Kansas City a lot more because my sister's up there. You're gonna be up there, and then I've never got to go out like to like downtown or anything
Yeah.
and like actually drink because every time I went up there, something weird's been happening. Like Alex was pregnant, my sister was pregnant. The whole entire time, like I've been 21, so
Yeah.
it's really unfortunate.
And the last time we all went, I wasn't 21, so we couldn't
Yeah.
really drink.
Yeah.
Noah
okay.
was the only one that was 21 at the time.
And not
So
even,
that wasn't no fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was the only one 21, but I was not paying $10 for just a bottle of Bud Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was $10 for
For a
Like
freaking
this.
can. It was
Yeah.
just a normal.
16 ounce maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. No thanks. No.
Anyway, yeah, that's a big life update. So hopefully, now that things have settled down as well, we'll get more consistent podcasts.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back, so.
Hopefully. Yeah.
And I think it's kind of good that we're doing these live updates. I know a lot of people might think it's kind of boring,
Yeah.
but as far as it goes for us, we, as much as you guys think we talk outside of this, we actually kind of really don't talk about stuff like that outside of this.
Right. And,
so-
yeah.
Unless we play video games, in which we just said we haven't been playing that much. So
Right.
for us, this is kind of like an outlet to kind of just put it all out there. Of course, you guys get to hear it as well, so you guys get to follow up with us and kind of see what our life is like. Because I think the whole point of the podcast is also, from the beginning of when we started season 1, is that this is just 3 ordinary guys
Yeah.
who just like love hanging out, drinking, whatever we like to drink, and talking, and whoever wants to listen can listen. So this is basically all that. So I guess I better go into my life.
Yeah,
update.
yeah, definitely.
Kevin's pregnant.
I really don't. No, none of that. That's bad juju, Noah. Anyway, so yeah, of course, with all this happening recently, my internship at the U of A got canceled, so I'm no longer working in the chiropractic clinic.
Unfortunate.
My other class that I was taking was pretty much already online, so I'm basically doing the same stuff now. So my life really hasn't changed too much except for my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
The place I was working at doing event setup, I'm not working there anymore, obviously, because no one's
doing
booking
events.
rooms, no one's booking events.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can't even have like over 10 people, I guess.
No.
Nope.
Right now.
So that's really been sucking. Of course, I'm just living with my parents still. I have been looking at apartments and stuff in Kansas City with my roommate, who potentially is going to live with me, Mason. So we've been trying to settle up on a place, but of course we can't get down there to visit because Kansas City's on lockdown.
Yeah.
So
it is.
we can't get up there to visit any places. We did a virtual tour, and it was really, really, really awkward.
What, did they like walk you through it?
Yeah, they walked us through it on
Oh,
FaceTime. It was super awkward.
Cringy.
But we're just trying to find a place that's kind of close to both of us. My school and his work. So we're trying to find a place that's like right in the middle.
Happy medium.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys will find something.
I don't know. A lot of you may or may not know my car is a hunk of junk. So I've been working on trying to get a new car. I actually went and test drove a new car the other day. It was a Nissan Frontier, the midsize truck.
Oh, nice.
And I freaking loved it.
Yeah.
The problem is it's not really a problem. Of course, I'm blessed to have parents who want to help me purchase the car.
Yeah.
So I guess it's more about not kind of what I like first, but it's more like what we can all afford,
Yeah.
and also
Well, it's
they
like-
want to like
yeah.
it too for me. So
Yeah.
and we had to find something that we both like and all that.
Yes.
So been working on that. Nissan Frontier is what I really want. So I'm looking at new ones. I'm looking at used ones. You know, maybe we can crack a deal on a new one because the prices are really low. No one's buying cars.
Right.
No one's you might be able to go in there big balling, honestly,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. If
Listen.
you go in there and if you could like just freaking big dick them and just slap your dong across their face, I mean, they might be like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, dude! All right, we're gonna drop it down $5,000, right?"
That's
here
what I'm
for
saying.
you."
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Like,
And
because I mean, in reality, I mean, times are tough.
Yeah.
and there's all these spring rebates right now because the 2020s are coming in and they want to get rid of these 2019s.
They want to trash all of those.
So I have I test drove a brand new like gunmetal color Nissan Frontier, and it was like 5 test driven miles on it.
Wow.
And I whipped it around and I really liked it, and it was sitting at like 31, but with the rebates it was down to 26.
Mhm.
And then I was like, dude, if we go in there and say we want to buy it right now though,
just
Yeah.
tell them.
then they would definitely
Just get it down to like
Yeah.
20.
They would definitely get it down.
Yeah.
Get it down to 20.
But yeah, that's my life update. So
Yeah.
I mean, nothing much going on here. Obviously, I've just been doing nothing. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get outside more because
Yeah.
you know they say don't get around other people. Just like hang out with who's in your house, and which is fine for me because my family likes to be outdoors and we just go hiking. And there's people on the trails, but you don't really interact with them. You just kind of pass by. And,
No, just hold your breath every time you pass them.
yeah, exactly.
Within 6
Get a
feet.
6-foot stick
Yeah.
and just like poke them with it and just keep them away.
So yeah, I think that's okay, right? Like going on
I would.
trails.
I
and doing
mean,
stuff
I would
like
say
that.
so.
And they say it's like airborne, but it's not like not like stationary in the air
Yeah.
like
no.
that. Like people, I think
It's
are thinking.
it's only. I think it's only if they're coughing on you.
And sneezing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're walking by and someone sneezes a big fat loogie on you, you're gonna be like, oh, what the fuck? And you probably have it.
Yeah.
As soon as that happens, you're probably like,
You probably just
shit.
go
You
get
probably need to like
tested.
drown yourself in a thing of bleach in the tub.
Yeah. Well, now that I'm closer, we can bike ride too. We
Oh,
can, we can
yeah.
bike ride from here to my house or vice versa.
Dude, do you
Honestly.
have my bike?
Yeah, it's still down
Okay.
there. Is
You
it?
need to get your bike. I've been on the
It has
trails.
to be still down there.
Down where? At Winslow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I need to check. I'm going down there. I haven't thought about it. In a long
Noah's lost
time.
his bike.
It's gone
I
forever.
know.
Don't you have a bike rack though, or no?
No.
You need to get one.
Where is that bike?
I need to since I have my own car, but
And yeah, well, I have one you probably could have.
oh, that's right, because he has his.
Anyways, what you think about it, I just want to say that I've been bike riding like 3 times since this
Yeah,
whole thing has
yeah,
been gone.
well, yeah, for sure. I mean, on weekends, like,
And like a day like today where it's not raining, but it's like nice and cool.
oh, it's perfect.
It's like perfect,
Yeah.
just cruise weather. Like you had to go into the tunnels, and it's kind of sketchy because there's water everywhere.
There's
but-
homeless people too.
and yeah, there's homeless people out there. But with the weather being nice and you've got nothing to do, why not go on a bike ride? So,
Man.
anyways, where the hell is Noah's bike?
I don't know.
Find my bike. Hashtag find Noah's
Hashtag
bike.
Find Noah's bike.
It was in my garage, okay, and
It's
we
gone,
packed a
so-
bunch of stuff up. But I'm trying to think, like,
A
It can't-
homeless
it can't-
kid took it. A homeless kid took
it
it.
can't
No.
be far.
It can't be far. What do you mean?
You didn't bring it to Prairie Grove? You don't think?
I didn't bring my bike yet. I
Oh,
brought my
so
electric
it's-
bike.
So
Oh,
it's,
so
probably,
it's
it's
probably-
probably still there.
Yeah, I'll check tomorrow. I'll let you know.
I mean,
If
you
not,
don't
it's
have to.
somewhere.
It's
no,
okay.
I'm gonna find it. I might
It's
just
no
have to
big-
go to the
Chance
pawn
Lodge.
shop.
Pawn shop.
Pawn it off
Just
for a
pawn it.
quick 20.
It's been ridden like 17 miles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
that's cool.
I'll find it. Yeah.
That's cool, guys. I'm glad you guys have big life updates.
No, any life updates for you or no?
Got 3 kids.
It
on
was
the
about
way.
the same.
God, no. It's about the same. We're still waiting to move in May 2nd, which, I mean, they're predicting with this whole entire virus stuff has not reached its peak yet
Yeah.
until, like, in a couple weeks, which is scary because, like, they might shut down, They might have us do a shut-in.
They
but,
might
I mean,
really do a lockdown.
yeah, they might legit do a lockdown if it comes to that point. But, I mean, so far we still got to move in and everything. Anna's been packing crazy. Like, she's wanting to pack all the time. And I'm just like...
You guys must have a lot of stuff because I packed my whole entire house in just about
Well-
3 days.
Well, the problem is we're trying to pack the non-essential stuff
Uh-huh.
because since we're still having to use almost all
I
of
mean, that makes
everything
sense.
else, so we're trying to like... She's trying to figure out, like, well, what can we pack and what can't we pack and all this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, all I have is literally just, like, my gaming stuff. And then at my house, at Mom's house, is, like, my TV and then, like, one of those plastic shelves
Mhm.
with a bunch of my junk on it.
Mm.
My gaming stuff
Yeah.
all on it. And that's all I have.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot to contribute to this new place, which kind of sucks. But with this new job, I mean, it's like...
Maybe you can go out and purchase like little bits of furniture to like make it look completed.
Right,
And
yeah,
You can say like I
well,
had a party.
I mean,
and
that's the
set you up.
thing. I mean, her
I mean,
family.
but you've also never lived on your own before.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
so you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, so I don't have any furniture, and it has all the furniture pretty much. But I mean, it's like when it comes to the game room, you know, I just want to get like a desk and freaking a nice chair and stuff
Yeah,
like that, so
really.
I can like game and be a
We'll do
baller.
that for sure. So how's your hours? So did that?
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
We're
That's good.
essential. I mean, we're
Yeah, I figured you were.
You're
essential,
working,
but
you're
I
working
thought-
for the city. Like,
yeah, I thought
mean,
you were
we're-
worried about it though.
the only problem is they might run us on skeleton crews, which means that they're gonna run only the essential
Yeah.
employees.
the essentials.
The essentials, the ones who have been there for like 15 to 20 years,
Yeah.
15 plus years, who know so much. Like, they don't want someone brand new like me out there just like by myself trying to run a
Right.
truck by myself, because then, you know, shit can happen and go bad, and like they'll be like,
But isn't the
Damn it.
funding? Is it funding, or is it just because they don't want people as like as many people, or what? What do you think it is?
it's just they don't want us to get infected. That's mainly probably what it will be. It's just because right now we're not allowed in the warehouse unless to like go pee, and then that's about it. Like, to get parts to change out like pipes and stuff like that for the water guys, they have to like email them or text or call the warehouse people, employees, and they'll set it outside for this to pick it up.
Yeah. I mean, that's just that's
It's
what they have to do.
it's precautionary, because I mean,
Yeah.
with us, like us sewer guys, we're almost treated like we're scum, because since we're dealing with the sewers,
Oh really?
they're like you guys are more than likely the first ones infected.
Yeah.
They're acting like they're almost treating us like we're scum. Like, I don't know why, because I mean, the water guys sometimes, I mean, granted, yeah, they deal with mostly water leaks and stuff like that, but they also do sewer taps and stuff like that. So they deal with sewers every now and then.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, they kind of almost treat us like little dogs, and we're just like, whatever, man. I mean, right now we're still getting our 40 hours. Nothing's changing. We're still working.
Yeah, right now I'm working base 40. I mean,
it sucks, because like they made it to where like we can't mingle with other crews. So like my crew leader, he just doesn't want to get overtime, because he's been there like almost 30 years. So he's tired of having overtime.
Yeah,
like, he just wants to do his 40 and go home, and that's
Yeah.
it. And I understand. I get that. But I'm just like me being a brand new dude, like I had like 100 something hours on like this last check on Friday, which is like, our checks are 2 weeks.
Right.
So, and like I almost made $1,400.
Yeah, off just
on
one
that
check.
check. Yeah, I was at like $1,370,
Yeah.
and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I want more overtime, but the problem is, us crews can't really mingle together.
Yeah.
So like, I was getting that overtime before they started doing like this lockdown shit, because they're like afraid.
Well,
But yeah.
I know it's like definitely our company has just been to 42. Like last summer, I was working at least 50 hours a week. I mean, not at least, but I would say 45, at least 45, and then so I mean, I definitely understand that. But I've also gotten to the point now that I've worked there for even 2 years, and I enjoy the just the weeks that we are only 40. So it just depends. Like once you get there, like I do now, summertime comes around, I want to be working like 45 to 50. But that's just because also Alex doesn't have a job technically right now, and just all that stuff. But
which hopefully all this stuff will die off whenever it gets hot.
Yeah.
I'm just ready for that, because I just need all this stuff to like chill out, so I can go back and be like, hey, I want to work overtime, work 3 in the morning till 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of days.
How many lunches do you get? Just one?
Just one. 1:30.
3.
What? No, they're doing you dirty then.
No, that's
You're
just
getting 2
that's
lunches.
just well, some of the guys who do come in at like 3,
Mhm.
they will leave early. Like they're fine with if you clock out early. But the thing is, since I'm on a different crew with Odell, he just works his normal 7 to 3:30.
Yeah.
So like, I just stay around and I work till 3:30. Or if like the meter guys are like, hey, you want to work overtime? I'll just be like, hell yeah. And I'll just stay till 6. Just do meter stuff.
That's cool.
It sucks, because I mean, like, halfway through my normal shift, 7 to 3:30 shift, I'm like exhausted. Like, by the time it's lunchtime, I'm just like about to pass out in the truck, just sitting there.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to like at the end of the shift, and like the meter guys are like, hey, you want some overtime, easy overtime? I'm just like, yeah. And I'm like, my body's like completely fine. Like, I'm not exhausted or anything. Like, I'm just like, let's do it.
You get one. If you're working 3 to 6, I have to take 2 lunches. That's just me though.
It is what it is. Some of them.
I'm taking a breakfast and a lunch.
Yeah.
Some of them don't even take lunches. Some of them just work
Do
through.
people like not understand that nutrition is actually important? And like the way that you keep
The problem,
like we fast all day.
Yeah.
We only eat
Every
dinner.
day.
We
the
only eat
problem
dinner.
is a lot of these the city guys I've noticed, a lot of them have what is it, child support.
Yeah.
A lot of them have a lot of kids, and a lot of them are divorced, so they're paying child support. A lot of them, and a lot of them are the kind of guys who have like brand new 2019 vehicles with like high payments,
Yeah.
like $600 to $700 a month, plus like super nice apartments. Like they're paying like, just like as far as like that stuff goes, they'll be paying like freaking like almost $2,000 a month just in like
Just in that stuff.
just
And that's
in
not food. That's not.
not
utilities, all that
exactly
stuff.
yeah. So which is unreal. I'm
Yeah.
just like, dude, I could never freaking do that.
No, that's crazy. I mean, I feel like so say I didn't take lunch, and I was like, I would have a snack on me at least like.
Oh yeah, no. So they do. They will stop
They
by.
just snack.
They
all the
just
time?
snack pretty
Okay,
much.
that's okay. I thought you meant like they're just
It's
constantly
No,
just
no.
tapping water and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
no, no,
People
no.
like just.
No, they just kind of snack throughout the day, and they just like go in the computer and just enter no lunch and get that extra like 30 minutes
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, but it adds up.
It adds up. It
Well,
adds
30
up.
minutes, 5 days a week is 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
That's
which
that's
I mean,
overtime. Is a
yeah.
lot.
Which I mean, that's the thing is like, I mean, and when it comes to the city, they have like these automatic meal deduction things, so they automatically like take it out of like your time and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, these guys are
It's-
not eating like one peanut butter and jelly. Like, I have to do that.
No,
You guys
yeah,
aren't even
it's-
eating one peanut butter and jelly. They're just
They're,
going.
but I mean, the guys who do overtime, there's like one time they asked me, they're like, you know, we're planning on coming in tonight, you know, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, what time? They're probably like midnight, and I was like, midnight?
Yeah.
I was like, no fucking way.
Like,
No.
so are these guys like the head guys that can like, or like,
No, as that. So the superintendents,
yeah,
they don't care as long as you're working. So as long as there's stuff to be doing,
yeah,
you can come in and like
work as much. Yeah.
work as much as you can. As long as you're working, they don't care.
Nice.
Now, granted, they might be driving by, so you better be working because
Yeah.
like they see you all just like in your trucks doing nothing. They're
Yeah.
gonna be like,
Right.
they're gonna call you, and be like, hey, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff. But they don't care. The city is just,
And there's plenty of work right now.
oh yeah.
Plenty
And,
of
but I
stuff
mean,
to do. Keep them busy.
yeah. The only problem is like I think everybody's
Yeah.
is like nervous is because like they might be running us on skeleton crews,
Right.
which will be the bare essential. But I mean, the problem is with that is like all of us like other employees,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna probably put us on like on call. So if it's like a big bad situation, like a freaking sewer like exploded or something like that, you know, like if sewer lines like completely just crumbled and like they need someone, they'll probably call us like be like, hey, we're gonna need some of y'all to come out here and like help us out.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But yeah, it's just, it is what it is so far. I mean, it also sucks because like I'm supposed to get my CDL within 6 months, but the
Uh-huh.
problem is the DMV is closed.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you could go to you'd have to be able to go to them and be like, listen, the DMV was closed for this time.
Oh,
This
yeah,
time,
yeah.
So
Yeah,
You
exactly. So and that's the scary thing is like if this stuff does last until like August is where my 6 months is. August 24th is my 6 months, and you're supposed to have it by then, or else you're fired.
Mhm.
And if like, so I'll just be like, look, I had like 4 or 5 months without even
Yeah.
being able to
I
try
would-
to
yeah.
get like, I mean, the only thing I could do is just study, and then like I'd have to take the written test, pass that, and then go like probably a couple week, at least like a week or two driving an actual truck,
Mhm.
so I understand like how to back up with like, because
Right.
like what it is like what we do is like a dump truck and a trailer, and you gotta back it up and all this kind of stuff, and it's just, for me it freaks me out because I'm like, I've never dealt with anything like that. That's a big ass truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That's a
It's
big ass truck,
big
plus
ass
a
truck.
trailer added on.
Yeah.
So you gotta like do backup, and you gotta do like all this kind of stuff, and then plus after that you gotta do driving. You gotta
Yeah.
drive it around.
Mhm.
So it's like,
You definitely need practice with it.
oh yeah, and that's the thing is like I definitely need some practice with it. But so I'm sure everybody's like, well, I'm sure they'll probably give you extra time considering like that situation because that's,
I mean, if it comes to like 4 months, I would go to whoever the person is and be like, listen, like it's been closed from this time to this time. Can I get an extension?
yeah,
And if they're like no, then like that doesn't make any sense.
yeah.
And they should be able to say yes.
They should. I'm sure they will because they'll be like, well, yeah, because I mean, this was not like planned.
Right.
Like, no one knew this was gonna happen. No one knew everything was gonna shut down and be screwed.
Can't even eat Mexico Viejo or nothing.
Dude,
No.
right.
Sad.
Speaking
So
of which,
sad.
right next to Mexico Viejo is the employment office or whatever. There's a goddamn line out the wazoo.
Is it really?
Yeah, because
Unemployment office?
Yeah, because everybody's filing for unemployment.
Yeah.
It's
know.
literally like,
I know.
and Odell and I drove by in our city truck just on. I was
Well,
like, oh no, Odell, why?
Well,
Why?
yeah.
All the people are just staring at us, and I was like, oh.
So the other apprentice that I work with, his brother worked at Subway for 6 years. They laid him off.
Really?
Yes. I'm like 6 years, like.
And then they just like had the audacity to cut him, like not even like yeah.
Not
you're
even
not
be like,
coming
hey,
back.
whenever we open back up, you're here, like.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing. It's like that kind of stuff.
And you wouldn't think that Subway, you would think it'd be like by this time a decent corporation where they could at least help people out in this time or I guess a situation like this. So pretty interesting.
Who knows? But yeah, so that's kind of like
Noah's life update.
My life update. It took a hot minute.
Yeah, it did take a while to get.
It did. It's just nothing's really changing. It's just this whole entire virus stuff is just being. They're being extra cautious, which is a good thing because they don't want us. Because if one of us do get it, they don't want it to spread throughout the whole entire life.
Because then you have no water crew.
Yeah, exactly.
You have no water crew.
Yeah, then you have no water or sewer people working because if it's spread throughout all of them, then it's like, well, shit,
Mm-hmm.
And then the city's kind of fucked if there's a huge ass water leak and then it's like no one can go out there and do it because I mean we're all infected. So, but yeah, that's all it is. I mean, that's mainly it. We're just waiting. I'm getting more and more excited for moving in and everything like that. Finally have our own place to ourselves. It'll be, I'm sure it'll probably be like confusing in the beginning because I'll just be like, what the heck, man? We'll just, we'll just. It'll be so weird. It'll be so weird because I'm so used to having like roommates and Ann and I are kind of just stuck in one room. But then like,
the whole house to be naked.
Yeah, exactly. I just walk around naked, start playing some Call of Duty.
You better not be whacking it.
No, put the vibrating control on his lap.
God, you guys know me so well.
Okay. Anyways, do we have any other topics that we want to talk about? I really don't have that much. Of course, like people don't know. Like I haven't really tweeted anything that we're gonna be podcasting today.
Exactly. Yeah.
Within 2 days, so I didn't think we were gonna get anything anyways.
Yeah.
We could do a random topic generator. We do have.
Yeah. Let's knock
do
that
have some
out.
time.
I think. I mean, just so we can get back to like talking about like other stuff than life updates. And
Yeah.
Which is it in this situation? It was essential. I think. Like, some people might not like it. Some people might like it. I think once we grow. We'll get
yeah, we don't care about you people who don't like our life updates.
Well,
you guys can suck a fat toe.
Even on YouTube, like whenever I was watching like some vloggers and stuff, like I would literally just check in just to see what they're doing for their day, and that's just my personality though. Like, I just want to see like, and then the people I used to watch ended up breaking up, and so I'm still lost. I'm still lost, and that was like years ago, and so I was like, but that was just my one YouTube couple I used to watch.
Okay, so. I have an idea, and Chance knows kind of how to edit now, add pictures.
Yes,
so we've done stuff like that. So when we do these random topics and random questions, I'm gonna start screenshotting them so you guys can see that we're actually talking about what the topics say.
Yep, and I'll put it up there.
So the first question we get is, what's the longest you stayed up for? I'll go first. So the longest I stayed up for was when my brother was watching the fireworks stand down here at the gas station overnight because he didn't want anybody coming in and steal the fireworks and stuff. So I went with him one night, and of course I was probably awake from like 10 o'clock. It was during the summer, of course, in July, so I was probably awake from 10 o'clock that morning all the way through the night, and then I didn't sleep, so I just went into the next day probably like again another like midnight or so because I went back the next night, but I slept through the next night. So whatever that is, from 10 all the way through 10 in the morning through a day through the next day 10 at night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is. I can't even do the math in my head. It's almost 48 hours. Not quite. Almost 48. Because 2 days is 48.
Yeah, 2 days.
2 days is 48. You would be probably
It's
30
probably more
something.
like 30 something, yeah.
I was thinking like 36.
36 hours. Okay, 36 hours.
I
No,
was-
not a lot,
yeah.
but that's a day and a half. So
No,
that's-
yeah, take away
Yeah,
you leave it.
that's way more than like I've ever done. Really, I think that's no, straight up. I think the longest I've stayed up, I don't even know. Might have been like a full day.
Yeah.
Might have been,
Yeah.
but that's just because of like something like probably like video games.
Yeah.
Like straight up, because like I'll just Arc, probably Arc.
Oh, I know. That's what I was saying. That's why I was surprised when you said that.
Arc. Yeah, lost a lot of time for that. Yeah.
So like
But
yours
yeah.
about 24 hours.
I would say so, probably, because like but I mean, there'd be times where like I would do that. No, so I would freaking stay up, play Arc, all throughout the night. It'd be like 7 in the morning or something like that. I'd get up, go run, because after senior year, I'd get up, go run,
Yeah.
I ran with you.
and then stay up and play some more video games until about like
My God.
freaking for like a hot minute. Then I'd pass out for like probably halfway through the day. Pass out, wake up at like middle of the night, play Arc. Like my sleep schedule was so messed up. The summer after senior year, after we graduated, was just like my sleep schedule was like the weirdest thing.
It was
ever.
wild. Summer 16, man. People say, off topic here, people say the summer of 2016 was like the best summer ever. Like, this is people on Twitter who I've never even like met before. Like, famous people on Twitter be like, take us back to summer 16. I'm like, we really almost had the same life, because my summer 2016 was great. I went to California, I went to Florida, like I did like all these things during the summer. I went
Springtime 16, you went on a cruise.
Yeah, I did. Springtime 16 I
Man.
went on a cruise. So like the whole year 2016 was crazy for me. So
I
and a lot of people feel the same way, which is weird. Like, why did we all have the same life all of a sudden?
Yeah, no, I had.
Dude,
I mean,
yeah, I agree.
even
It's so weird. It is weird.
Yeah.
Like people all the way across like the freaking country could have the same exact life, almost. Like,
Almost.
Just,
Like,
almost.
they just like bring us back to summer 16. I'm like, dang, that was a good summer. Like, why did you have a great summer and so did I? Like, everybody.
I went to Universal later, like that, or I guess it was because so we went on the cruise, and then like a couple months later, like July actually, went to Universal with my mom. Like that was like the first
Yeah.
vacation we really ever took together. And then I started my job at Walmart, and I actually really liked it because I worked 5 to 10s, and that was my first job though. And so like I finally saw that money coming in. I remember
Yeah.
I bought Xbox, I bought a 16-inch TV.
Yeah.
I was buying all this stuff because like I had money, I didn't have any bills except
Dude, same. Remember you and I bought the freaking Xbox One X?
Yes, and like all that stuff, like so, like yeah, and then at that time it was just we didn't have high school anymore,
Yeah,
so it was pretty crazy.
but now since we're becoming more adults,
Yeah,
we're
it's
just
not
like
as
we're just
cool.
like fuck.
Yeah.
Like literally with this new Xbox Series X. Speaking of which, did you guys see someone stole the codes for it?
What? No.
A hacker was able to get like the codes for like the AMD like processing and everything like that,
Oh man.
and they're holding it for ransom for $100 million.
What the
Dang.
hell? That's like I feel like too much.
Yeah. So but I mean AMD and Xbox, they're just like this has nothing to do. Like they're trying to play it cool,
Uh-huh.
even though they're probably freaking out. Like, and apparently the dude has put it online, like parts of it
Uh-huh.
for a bit, and then he'll immediately like delete it, just to show like he does have it, like he's not just bluffing.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know where we're at, but what's the
no.
longest you stayed
Yeah,
up?
so-
Right. So yeah, we missed.
So I mean, mine I think was I mean I would say probably around maybe 20 hours like consistently. But the thing about it, so on the wedding day, okay, this is whenever I took immediately. We went all the way to Dallas and got onto the cruise. Okay,
Mhm.
so I woke up at 7.
That's right. Yeah.
I remember I woke up at 7.
Yeah,
Here. We
Yep.
woke up at 7 here. And then we got ready and we went to Viejo, all that stuff. Blah. Anyway, so we left the venue at 9 p.m.
Right. Yeah.
Drove to Dallas, got there at like 1 or so because we stopped and did other stuff. And then so we were waiting for our flight, and then the flight didn't take off till 5. So 5. So I guess it's over. It's for sure over 20. So then 5, and then
It's almost a full day. You're like 22.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though, like I didn't really sleep, like actually lay down, but I did fall asleep on the plane for about an hour. I do remember that. So I could not consistently, but then I have an hour nap. Okay, if you want to say that. And then when we got to the cruise boat, it was about noon. We could board. Okay, I was still up from the bus from there, and then you couldn't go to your bedroom until 2 or 3.
Yeah, because they had to get it ready.
They had to, it might have even been later. No, it was like 2 or 3. So then I was up 2 or 3. I remember we finally got one. We got 2 seats on the deck or whatever, lounge chair. And I was really close to falling asleep. But for some reason, I don't like that many people around me. So I was just like in and out, kind of like back and forth. But then we finally went to the thing, took a nap for 2 hours, woke back up because we went to get to dinner. So I had like 2 naps that day, and then we didn't go to bed till midnight. So it was a lot. I consistently I didn't stay up that long, but mentally I never had an actual sleep until a long time. But that was the longest, and I'm telling you, I was dead, and Alex was probably dead too.
God, it is a long time.
It is, yeah.
I'm trying to keep track of your hours, but
I can't.
Dude, my brain is just.
Yeah, my brain's pretty.
So when did you board? Because your wedding was on a Saturday.
Sunday. It was on Sunday.
So
it was weird because Sunday. Yeah. Okay. So it was 7
on Sunday to 7, and then you.
Well, remember he took that hour nap on the plane.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So an hour.
So that's 23.
23, and then so we boarded the boat at 12. I haven't slept since then. So that's
another 5 hours.
7 to 12.
So that's
5.
28.
Yeah.
28, and then I would say from 12 to 3 I was up on the cruise ship, and then I know we took a nap for 2 hours, so that's 31, and then from say just 5 to midnight.
That's
7,
right?
So 31, so 38.
Yeah.
So I'm at 38.
Wow.
But that's with naps, so like
But
that's kind of cheating.
So yeah, it's kind
of cheating.
of is because you're kind of resting your body a bit.
Yeah.
So your
sure.
body's able to get up and kind of keep going, but I mean, it's also
But even then, man, like
Even
you're,
then,
like, you're up, you're awake.
Yeah.
even then your body, your brain is still like probably exhausted.
And I never had that actual full 8 hour sleep. That I
Well,
remember the next day. Pretty sure we slept until 11.
I've seen
least.
things where people say that like 8 hours is actually not what you're supposed to be getting.
I like less than
Really?
8 hours.
Yeah, I've seen things where it says like it's supposed to be like a happy medium is like 6 to like 7.5. Like a full 8 kind of like is not good. So
Yeah.
that's kind of the reason why you'll wake up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Is because we're not, I guess we're programmed to have like half sleep cycles, so we're supposed to sleep like 4.
I heard that
wake
too.
up,
I've heard
wake
that
up in the
before.
wake
I
up
heard
in the
that-
middle of the night.
Yeah.
For some no reason at all, we just wake up in the middle of the night and then like we go back to sleep.
I've heard
So
I've
we
heard the
always
4,
wake up in the
4
middle of the night.
I've heard the 4, then you're up, and then 4. I've heard that before.
But have you ever seen people try to do that
No,
though? Like
no.
it's
No.
like that's really really hard to do.
it's
No.
insanely hard.
No,
Because like
it's just
because you think like okay I get 4 hours in the night, but then you have to then 4 hours of your during the day when you get a lot of work done, you have to sleep like.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna pass out, otherwise you're sleeping on 4 hours every night.
well, it's kind of like it's just saying like instead of 8 hours of sleeping straight through the night, you'll sleep 4. You'll wake up maybe for about like 30 minutes or so. So then technically you're getting like 7.5 if you fall right back to sleep. Because most people will wake up in the middle of the night, go pee or get something to drink.
I do that every night. Yeah.
And then they'll go back to sleep.
Okay, so that's what they're saying.
That's kind of like what they're saying. It's just
They're not saying 4 wake up at
no
4 a.m. and then
yeah
go on
no
with your
wake
day.
up no they're not saying like
They're saying
only
like,
sleep 4 and then sleep like another 4 throughout the middle of the day. They're not
Okay.
saying that. They're saying like throughout the night
okay.
you want like a total. But I don't know. I mean the human bodies are just like everybody's wired differently.
That would work if our days were only 12 hours. Because if our days were only 12 hours and like what is it? Oh yeah, if the Earth spun, whereas instead of 24 is 12 hours, and we did 4-hour naps, then it would already be dark. So then we would be sleeping those 4 hours, and then the sun would be kind of close to being up, and then we'd be up, and then 4 hours.
Can you imagine 12-hour days?
Yeah,
Let's just talk about that for a second.
That's a pretty
12-hour days, like
yeah.
So right now the scale is we have 24-hour days with let's say it gets dark around 7:30
Right
and
now.
it gets light around 6:30.
Early, yeah, it's earlier right now for sure.
So 11 hours of darkness, 11 to 24, which
so it'd be
is
13 hours of light.
yeah.
So 13 hours of light, or we could just go 12 and 12. So just take that half, so like 6. So 6 hours of dark, 6 hours of light.
Yeah. Like
So that would be
yeah.
almost perfect.
We would only work like
6 hour shifts, essentially.
Well,
no,
not
because
even.
no,
Like
No, you
4
work
hour
4 hour
shifts.
shifts. Yeah, you're right.
I was about to say it'd be like 3 to like 4 hour shifts because our work day takes up like half of our day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, imagine though if it was instead of it was like 12, it was 48 though, and we would work. But then that'd be insane. Like,
I don't
you would
know.
think that'd be insane though.
I mean, because you'd have 24 hours of light,
Right.
like,
But
and
what
what
if-
would you do?
but-
24 hours
But
of
what
dark?
if because we're on the cycle and it only is 24 hours that our like overtime like
Well,
Our
eventually our bodies would evolve
exactly,
to
so
be
where we
used
say
to
like
we've
24
actually
hours.
slept 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Well,
I mean, if you're up 24 hours and I see, like, it's possible.
that'd be like hibernating. We'd be
Yeah.
hibernating for a full day.
Well, here's the thing though.
Full day.
I think
darkness.
that if it was 48 hours, that it would actually be our bodies would have adapted to sleeping 24 hours in our
Yeah.
bones. Imagine when you wake up, your bones would crack so much. Like
Yeah, you'd be
You'd be
like
so
so
stiff.
sore and stiff.
you'd have to stretch for sure.
our species would probably just die off.
Well,
because we're all passed out by like for 24 total hours. You would think another species would come and like kill us while we're sleeping because I mean we're technically hibernating for 24 hours.
Well, I think
I'm
like
just saying.
like Noah's saying how we're supposed to break up our sleep like 4 forms. Well, I think we would probably do something like that within 24 hours.
Oh yeah.
Like every 8 hours, we'd wake up and like, be like, what the fuck are we doing up? We still got 16 hours left.
Then
Anyways,
again,
that's a
I don't
weird
know.
topic. You guys think about that on your own.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was funny that you came up with that.
God, dude.
All right, well, we have about 5 minutes left, so let's just jump into some more, I guess. Okay, that was kind of weird. That's not the one that I originally had. Okay. We don't read books, so we can't go over to that topic. Okay, we can do that one. I didn't screenshot it. But I passed it because I didn't think it was good.
Okay.
So the question is, do you keep a journal?
No.
Personally, I don't.
I don't either. Like, I mean, as a kid I did though. I actually really liked writing stuff down. I've always liked documenting things. That's why I was big into like cameras and like video. So like I always liked to document stuff, just not about myself. Like the journal, I was cool about that, but like film, I like to just do particular things. I don't
Yeah.
really like to talk in front of it, like solo. Okay, like
Casting couch.
with us it's cool. With that it's cool. But yeah. So I mean, I think as a kid I remember writing down a bunch. Like I would write down my entire day, like what I wanted to do. Like Saturday, I'd start out 8 a.m. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do breakfast.
I want to
do
play
this,
Call of Duty 4 till about 12 today.
Yeah, no, I wrote down everything just because I like to be like I like to look at it and have a schedule. But that was just how I am mentally.
I used to keep a journal too. I wrote some stuff down. It was kind of like a daily journal, kind of like a diary kind of thing, where I was just writing down what happened during the day.
That's a real
But
thing.
but it's really weird to like write about your day, like,
Yeah.
because you think like, oh, I don't really need to write this down. Like, it's not important. Like, I won't look back on it and say like this was special. But for a lot of people, it is like that. For a lot of people, they'd write stuff down so that way they can look back on it and like, you know, see like how different it was.
I have
But
one,
but
actually.
for me, like writing a journal, like as much as benefit as you might get out of it, like I just, like you said, I just don't like really talking about myself that much. So it's kind of hard to keep a journal because then it's like it's a journal for me, but I'm never gonna look at it or write in
I'm
it.
not
So
gonna, I'm not gonna read it. I'm not probably gonna like that's just me though. I have a problem.
Jesus.
That would be helpful. Anyway, so yeah. What was I gonna say? Dang. Oh yeah, like movies. It's hard for me to watch a movie a second time. So me writing about something, I don't really want to reread it again. Like I'll watch a movie for a second time if it's like literally years later. Like I don't like to watch the same movie unless it's a brand new Marvel movie. Like, that's the only exception.
Yeah.
I'll go to the Marvel movie like at least 2 or 3 times on a showing. So like Black Widow, that was I think they pushed it back now because it was supposed to be in May. But
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll go do that. But if it's a movie like
just standard.
just a standard movie, like even the Marvel movies now, like I won't watch it except every like once a year maybe.
Yeah. Noah, you already said you don't keep a journal. Do you
I
have any,
don't.
like,
I
reasons
never.
why or?
I just never did.
It just wasn't
never,
your thing.
Never was my thing. I just never really had a need to. I did have like a journal kind of where like I used to be like really big into drawing, even though I never like took art classes and everything like that.
Uh-huh.
When I was like a little kid, my mom would always be like, you're really good at drawing. Like I used to draw Arbok, the Pokemon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I used to draw Arbok all the freaking time. I don't know why. I used to, just because like that was like a Pokemon that was pretty simple to draw,
Right.
and so I could draw that all the time. But I mean, I don't know. I just never really felt the need to ever do that. I just never had the need in my brain to want to write down like something that like I was thinking of that day or anything like that. If it didn't wasn't important to me, then and if I didn't do it that day, then I just didn't.
And I feel the same way about video journals. Like I don't think I could vlog, but I could never sit down in front of the video and say like they show. I don't know if you've ever seen The Martian, but he documented every day.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can do that. Like even for science sake, like could I just be like, this is what I did today, blah 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 blah.
For my just the way I guess mentally, I don't really know how to explain it because we're all friends, but we have so much differences, but we're still able to get along and be all friends like that. But we have little things for me, I would actually really like to do that if I had the time, and I could still do that, but I'm not on a scientific journey right now.
Yeah.
Now I guess life is technically a journey, but at least that point. But if I was doing something scientifically on the moon, I think I would enjoy that.
Yeah, and it might be part of the journey as being on the moon is you have to document these things just for other people to know, which I get, but I'm just saying right now with my life right now,
right, exactly.
I could never sit in front of the camera and just say hey, I went to school today and this is something that we did in class.
Exactly.
That just doesn't have any importance to me or to anybody. Really.
That's what it drops down. I mean, all the vloggers out there that are on YouTube, they're always constantly doing something, and normally it's thousands of dollars.
And because that's their life.
Yeah, and that's their life. They have the money, so they can document it, and it's really cool, and it's what people want to see. Coming back to the same room every day is not that cool.
Yeah, or they have a family that's kind of up and growing.
So that's one thing I want to change.
So people really like to see,
for my baby, I do want to document my baby.
Yeah.
For sure. That might actually get me more motivated to do it. But I'm for sure my mom always took a bunch of pictures of me. But I'm more into video, so I'm gonna be more video, and I'm gonna get pictures. Alex is into pictures, cool, whatever.
You can embarrass your kid.
Yeah, but you really want to have home videos.
Yeah. And that's what I want to come big into.
My parents have home videos, and I look back and I watch and see how they interact with me, I see their mannerisms that they have with me, and I'm like, man, that's kind of where I get my mannerisms from because I grew up with that, and it's really funny to see when I was small, my brother was 4, and they were put the camera on me slowly, and my brother's over here just doing nothing. They're come on, Kevin, play, and Nathan's just waddling around. It's really funny to watch, but
jeez,
and it's just fun to see how your parents kind of grew up and what they looked like back in the day. I think it's all cool. Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing that would be pretty funny whenever they look back to our yearbooks or whatever.
Just yearbooks.
Just photos in general, because there's so much more. What is the word for it? Accessible now. And there's a lot more photos. You're gonna go back and you're gonna see your mom's selfie. You're like, what the hell is she doing?
Selfie on Instagram. She's doing the
They're gonna look up your Instagram. You'll look up your Instagram and be like, Mom, why are you doing this?
Instagram will eventually become the MySpace.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that too. Yeah. It'll be
you gotta think about that. I mean, it probably won't happen anytime soon, but I mean, you gotta think about it whenever we do. Our kids are 20 or something, our age.
Yeah.
Instagram might be dead by then.
It might be. That's one of the hard things to predict because,
there's
social
so much
media,
going on.
it's changed so much. Back then, diners, diners used to be big popping places, and then they died because of the you can do more stuff inside and all that stuff.
And because the fast food market.
Yeah.
Where you can drive and go.
Yep, I can drive through and just get my freaking Mickey D's and go on home.
Yeah. Although I think I would have liked that age, just us three would go, we hit a place, get
there are times where whenever I see photos of all that kind of stuff back in the 50s and everything like that, I'm just wow, I think it'd probably be pretty cool back then to be in that time period.
Yeah,
compared to now, because now everything is just so.
And they're
so digital.
It's so digital. I guess I just have that feeling of I want to connect with people like that, but I mean now it's just kind of it's almost weird if you wanted to do that.
Well, on TikTok there's a trend where people post. Sorry, I'm on TikTok. I don't post anything.
I'm
I just
not
watch
on TikTok,
videos.
but it's just.
I don't watch TikTok. I did there for a while.
I'm pretty out of it. Alex is on TikTok, so like she'll show me some of them, and I don't like because TikTok's just the same thing as like whenever Snapchat blew up for us. And that's how I see it, or Vine. Okay, so like I'm definitely cool with it, but like I just haven't made an account yet, and so I don't think I.
Well, what I was gonna say is on TikTok there's a trend where people post like footage from like 1990s and 1980s, like people like within the school, like documenting the school. And it brings back a weird nostalgia because I never lived in that time.
Yeah.
But like I'm familiar with it because I was born in 1997. I mean, granted, I was still not young enough to remember anything, but I was like looking back on my own home videos, I can recognize some of like the pieces in that time. So when I see those nostalgic like 1990s videos, it brings back a weird nostalgia. Like I don't remember it exactly, but like I'm kind of familiar with it. I don't know, it's weird, but it's really interesting to see like the way the kids dress and everything, and you think about it, they're not really that old. Like they were 17, 18 in 1990, so I mean they're probably only like in their 30s now. Like it's really not. I mean actually they're probably more in their 40s.
40s, yeah.
But
40s.
But yeah, they're really like relatively not that old. It was just like a short time ago they were like that. So to us, or at least to me, to see that and say that's so different, like, and it's only been 20 years.
That's so random.
Like, you know, that's so random. Is that what you said?
So that's so Raven.
Oh, That's So Raven. Yeah, imagine kids going back and watching That's So Raven and early 2000 show, and they're like, I hate this show, and they're like, what? That was a great show.
Zach
like
and Cody.
Yeah, they're like, I don't want to watch Zach and Cody. It sucks. Like, or Drake and Josh or something.
Oh my god.
If my kid came up and was like, I don't want to watch Drake and Josh anymore, I'd be like, all right,
you put them up for adoption.
Yeah, you can leave the house, kid. All right. That's the show we're gonna watch in this house. Oh my gosh, the 1990s in Nickelodeon.
I know.
All the game shows that they did, like the little obstacle course and stuff, and the big thing with the slime, and the Kids' Choice Awards were so good. That was early. That was more 2010s and stuff. But all that stuff, that just brings up a whole bunch of nostalgia for me.
Kevin's getting a rock hard boner.
I'm not getting boner, but I'm getting a little heartfelt because
Chance,
that's where I met my true love.
Chance and his wife. We came back from East Conference spring break, and right when we came back, I hosted a Kids' Choice Awards party where me, Chance, and a lot of people in my grade came over and we watched the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award for the last time. I think this was in 8th grade, and the song "We Are Young" was playing.
Oh, that was the big time.
And that was like Chance and Alex's like song, and we made them slow dance and stuff. It was really cute.
Oh my god!
But yeah, that was like
the last. Now they're having a kid.
I know.
Yeah, isn't that so? Like, imagine like.
So wait, 8th grade, what year is that? That's 2012?
Yeah.
So 2012, 10 years later. Wait, what year?
8 years.
8 years later. I was thinking I'm 22. Okay, yeah, I am 22. So yeah, 8 years later.
Yeah. Wow.
8 years later.
In the time of things, 8 years is like that big. So like going from that to now, it's insane.
Yeah. I mean, to like 8 years, like it flew by so fast. But like, think about like all that's happened in 8 years. Like, then it becomes like, okay, like you can see how much time, or how, what am I trying to say? You can see how much time can affect you. Like as far as, like you think about it, and you're like, that's a short amount of time. It happened so fast. But at the same time, like if you deep dive back into it, then you're like, dang, like in the moment, it seemed like that year was gonna last forever or something like that. So
I never thought that me and Alex would ever actually get out there.
Oh god,
crazy!
What's happening right
These
now?
are the boys, man. We've been. I'm getting a little heartfelt.
It's been a long time.
But it's been a long time. Man.
I mean, I know at least me and Kevin hung out like in 6th grade, right?
Yeah.
It was like 6th grade, and me and Noah didn't start to hang out till maybe later.
I just want a chance to put.
Maybe it was before. It was probably 9th grade.
No, I think it was like freshman year or
sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
Yeah.
Because sophomore year,
I started umpire.
Yeah.
Well, freshman year I umpired too, though.
So it probably was.
So I think it was freshman year.
I want
at the ball field.
I just want a chance to put this photo up. Actually, I want all of us to get a photo of middle school and put it up.
Okay.
I think that'd be really cool.
You'll see my long hair.
So
I don't think I have freaking middle school.
I'm gonna find your. I'm actually gonna take a picture because Kevin has all the yearbooks right there, and it says Greenland Middle School.
Yeah. So,
yeah, you're gonna have to get it.
We're gonna do a middle school yearbook photo, and I want him to post. I have a photo of us when we went to a Mardi Gras parade.
with Philip.
So I really want us to post this photo right here. This is like this time. This is like the longest like I don't know, man. This is just like super old. I would show it to the camera, but we're gonna post it.
Yeah,
anyways.
it's that. I forgot about that. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, let's go ahead and save that.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be able to see us in middle school,
Wow.
and yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I think that'd be cool. All right. Well, it's been an hour and 10 minutes.
It has been.
So I think we're gonna go ahead and conclude this. So.
This is a good episode.
Yeah, it
I
was.
enjoyed it.
It was a
Good
great
episode.
episode.
We gotta connect with all of you guys.
Yep, and hopefully, you've enjoyed it so far. I know we kind of got off track a lot of times, but we just wanted to put something out there that wasn't related to COVID-19.
We tried not to. We tried
Yeah.
really hard not to. It's just
But-
affecting everybody.
Yeah, it is.
Donate to my GoFundMe.
Oh my god. You're the one that's employed. I'm unemployed. Anyway.
Oh, one thing before we head out. Also, in the description, I'm going to start, instead of doing the clips, I realized, I'm going to start to label. Now, if there's a certain clip we want to do, I'm going to start to label what we talk about so they can just jump to that section. So if
Okay.
it's at 23:15 and we start to talk about, what were we talking about, the 24-hour day or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put those labels in the description. So if you see a topic like, oh, I don't want to listen to middle school photos, okay, whatever, then you can just skip that completely or whatnot. But anyway, I'm going to make it easier to where you can just jump to the topic you like.
Yeah, so cool. So be looking out for those. Of course, if you want to see us our young selves and stay with it all the way through, which you've made it here so far. So
Exactly.
anyways, thanks for listening and watching. If you like us enough, go ahead and subscribe. Click the bell on the
Notifications.
so you can see right when we post a video.
Yeah.
If you're just listening still, you can go ahead and follow us on Anchor or on Spotify. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts. You can do that too. We do have a Twitter. It's at beers_bros. That's where we usually post links to the podcast, or you see podcast updates. You can suggest a topic to us. You can do that through Instagram or Instagram as well, which is Beers and Bros Podcast,
Or Facebook.
or our Facebook. We do have a Facebook. It's Beers and Bros Podcast as well. And then our
MySpace.
YouTube.
Our MySpace.
No,
too.
not that's MySpace, but
No.
our YouTube, you can just comment something,
Yes.
we want you to talk about this, blah, 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 blah. So go ahead and do that.
Especially
But-
you, beer burp guy.
Burp guy, yeah.
Burp
Thanks,
guy.
thanks for commenting, man. We really do like to reply to those things, so keep doing that. But yeah, I guess that'll be it. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Peace.